Welcome to the Smoke Show. What's going on, guys? Today's a little different. We're going to start doing some homestead and stuff, and also we'll do some barbecuing on our fishing channel this coming summer. Today is April the 16th. We're fixing barbecue for Easter Sunday at my wife's grandmother's house, and fixing to throw these bad boys on. So if you want to hang out for the show and see how we do this, just hang around, I guess, and watch the video. We'll come back in different parts. So here's both of our Boston butts. I think they're both about 6 or 7 pounds a piece. I use butt rub and also brown sugar and cinnamon and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I also cut slits down in both of them, so a lot of that can lay in there as well. The apple cider vinegar kind of breaks down the natural fat contents, also keeps them pretty juicy. But I let them sit in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours plus. So with that said, we're going to shut the hood here so we don't lose all of our heat. You want to smoke them around 250 degrees for right at 8 hours. There's our firebox. So this is what I normally use. I had this left over from Thanksgiving. These are cherry cooking blocks, cherry wood cooking blocks. So we're going to put a few in here, and for the first 2 hours we are going to keep this firebox full of these cherry blocks and keep the smoke rolling, so we can actually get a cherry smoke flavor over the 2 Boston butts for at least 2 hours to keep the flavor in as well. As far as the homestead side, my brother and sister Michael and Bobby, check out their channel, MB Heritage Farms. Also check out his new fishing lures, Night Breed Summons the Fish. We'll definitely have some of those on our videos this coming summer. But this is our homesteader garden. We live in a city, don't have a lot of room for a big garden, so we got 2 flower beds. We got peas, we got lettuce, different kinds of lettuces. I can't tell you all the names. We got jalapenos, and we got your regular bell peppers. This is my son's. We got habaneros in the back and jalapenos in the front. I know he's wanting to do some chocolate habaneros as well, so if anybody has any seeds, let us know. Here is our other flower box. It's a raised bed. We have different kinds of lettuce, cucumbers. My wife's got so much stuff I can't keep up with all of it. Down here we got barge, we got tomatoes, we got some more coming. There's a elderberry. This is a granddaughter elderberry from the mother that belongs to, let me back up here. This is the daughter to the mother that belongs to Bobby and Michael and MB Heritage Farms, and it is the granddaughter of another friend of theirs, Jules. No, not Jules. Is it Jules? I can't remember the guy's name, and I apologize. I'll get his name and get down in the link, but he has the mother to both of them. Over here, some more raised beds. We got another elderberry, which is in the same family line. This is another daughter to the one that MB Heritage Farm has. We have some dill. She coming in. We got lemon balm. Some more coming. I don't know if you can see or not, but they're coming, starting to come up. Up here we got rosemary, we got cilantro. The cilantro's starting to come up a little bit. And then We have thyme and chamomile, parsley, and basil, which I don't think any of those, well, the chamomile is starting to come up a little bit. Parsley and basil, don't see any sprouts yet. But that's our homesteader project. We'll keep you guys posted as things grow and as we go to actually get fruit of our labors off of things. So we're very excited about that. So just stay tuned for that. But you know, this channel is mainly fishing, and that's our main goal. But I just wanted to do something different today as I smoke Buffy's Boston butts. Maybe the way I do it could help you out with yours. Maybe you can give me tips on how to do mine. I'm never aggravated or upset with anybody helping me out with things. That's how I learn. That's the way everybody should learn, is getting help from others. And I also want to say too, real quick, that all these seeds and everything you see here was given to us by my sister and brother-in-law, Michael and Bobby, at MB Heritage Farms. Check out their YouTube channel. They do sell seeds on their stores. You can reach out to them on their channel, and I think they're on Instagram and on Facebook. You can reach out to them and make purchases. Also, you can reach out to my brother-in-law Michael about his new fishing baits he's coming out with this year on Nightbreed Summon to Fish. So give him a holler as well. Okay guys, it's been 1 hour. Thought about something. Most of the time I don't do anything with them until it's been 2 hours, but since I'm cooking 2 at a time, I'm kind of changing things around. So it's been 1 hour. As you can see, our smoke is barely rolling out. So what we're going to do, man, look at that, you can already see the smoke flavor getting on it. So what we're going to do, I quit getting sidetracked, is we're going to rotate these around. I want y'all to see something. Can y'all see it shaking like jello? That's what you want. That's letting you know right there, them bad boys are going to be tender. We should be able to pull the bone out. But anyway, since to transfer the heat evenly between them, we are going to slide them around here and rotate them for the next hour of smoke. So we got them switched around now. Go ahead and shut our hood back. It'll build pressure back up. But to get some more smoke in there for the next hour, we're going to go ahead and throw in some more of this cherry oak wood. You don't want to over smoke them with wood. I've done that in the past, and what I've learned is you'll taste wood instead of the flavors of the barbecue. So I do the first 2 hours with the wood smoke pumping over top of them, and the next 6 hours I do just the charcoal, because it seems like it, you know, just 2 hours of smoke puts a pretty adequate amount of flavor, of the smoke flavor, into them. I would recommend too, you know, since we're doing 2 of them, we may have to do an extra hour of smoke. You know, we may swap them both out again, but we'll see how that looks down the road. But let's shut our smoke box back up, and here in a few minutes we should see some smoke start rolling back out of our stack. I don't know how well the camera's showing that up or not. Hopefully y'all can see that, but it's already cranking out smoke. We'll open the inside real quick, so you can see it's already building back up again. Well, you can hear my dogs barking. Okay guys, so we are 3 hours in now. I did go ahead and add some more charcoal. Like I said, you want to keep your temp around 250. Mine's like at 253, 252, somewhere around there. So I had to add some more charcoal, and I also threw in, man, look at that smoke. Welcome to the smoke show, baby. Also threw in some more wood since we got 2 of them. So typically, if you're doing one, what I'd recommend doing is smoking both of them for 2 hours with the wood on there. Is what I recommend. But since we've got 2 of them on here, I went ahead and done like an hour extra of smoke on there, I guess you could say. That way, both of them. So anyhow, now what we're going to do is we are going to rotate these again for another hour, since we are in our 3rd hour. So that way we kind of keep the heat even on it. Go ahead and rotate this one around all the way. And this is something you got to kind of get practice in. When you're doing one, it's easy because you can spin the meat around, you know, kind of keep it even. Doing 2 of them takes a little bit more effort, just a little bit of a time process. You don't want your meat sitting all over against the firebox because you're going to burn it, or you're going to overcook one side, or it's not going to be as tender. See how that's like jelly right there? Watch it, watch this right here. See how easy that pops up? You want it to stay tender. Also, I want to point one more thing out too. When I first put mine on there, this is the fat strip side. I always start it with the fat strip side down. That way all the juice stays inside here, all your flavor stays in there with the juice, and you're actually getting your smoke flavor from the wood into the meat. Fat side does a few things. One, it holds all the juices in there, so it holds all the natural fat and juices in, makes it more tender. 2, it holds the flavors in. So anyhow, getting back to what I was doing, this is what I normally use, is George Original barbecue sauce. We've been on here now for 3 hours, so to keep these bad boys from drying out, I'm just going to pour a little bit down into the cuts that we made. And if you want to put a little bit over top, you can, but kind of keep it juicy, keep it from getting dried out, that way it stays real tender. Also, this is our 3rd and final hour of the first, or excuse me, this is our 4th and final hour of the first half of our cook. So when we come back here within an hour, we're actually going to take both of these off and let them rest in a pan covered in tin foil for about 45 minutes to an hour. Very important to do that. When we come back here in an hour, I'll explain why. Okay guys, our temp has stayed at 250 this past hour. This is hour number 4 that we just finished up. Let's check her out. Man, y'all can see them juices or not. Okay, so hour 4, we are going to take our meat off of the grill, and we're going to let it rest for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm probably going to let these rest for an hour. Man, y'all see that? See how tender it is? I hope I can get this over here without spilling it or dropping it. Or does it be eating dirty meat? All right, so got our meat off. Go ahead and shut our grill back. And you want to keep your temp at 250. So during this hour, if you need to add if you need to add more charcoal to it, go ahead. I use Kingsford. It's the best. I still think it's got the best flavor. Not knocking cheap charcoal, but you just don't get the taste. But anyhow, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these in tin foil, and we're going to let them rest for an hour. And what do you mean by rest is the pressure of the meat being cooked on the outside is going to go away, and the heat that's on the inside is going to continue to cook the meat for an hour. So it lets the meat rest, so it's not being pressured, and it lets it just relax itself. It lets the inside keep the heat going inside of it, keep cooking the meat inside of it, And then after an hour or so, we will come back out here, put them back on the grill, wrapped in the tin foil, so we can finish cooking the meat. And I want to show y'all something. Here's the ham bone. Look how tender this is. Look at that. Meat just pulling right off the bone. That's what you want. We'll be back. Okay guys, we have let our Boston butts rest for an hour. So our next step is we're going to wrap in the tin foil. Now, I know you guys know how to do this, but so what I normally do, I'll lay a piece out, wrap it up, take a little bit more of our sauce so it stays nice and juicy while we let it cook. Come back with another piece and cross over and then fold under. Now we got this nice and snug. You want to make sure you look to see where your fat strip is up top, so you'll know where it's at. Because when we lay it back on the grill, we are going to lay it with the fat strip up. So right now, here I just flipped it over, so we're at the top. Go back this way, and you can see how flat it is. See how flat that is compared to that side? See how kind of knotty that is, flat that is? You can feel it too, smooth at your fat strip. So we're going to put it on the grill now with the fat strip up. I'll get this other one done. We'll get them on the grill, and we're going to let them cook for 2 hours, and we're going to rotate them over and let them cook for 2 more hours, check our temp, and we should be ready to rock and roll. Alright guys, I'm not sure where this camera's at. So we have officially completed 8 hours of cooking. Got my outdoor chop block cleaned off. Got my rib splitter. Wife got me this right here 2 years ago on our anniversary. Freaking will tear up some barbecue. So let's tear this bad boy right here open. Man, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this right here is the fat. Pulls right off. My dogs are going to be happy. We're going to take this off right here down to the meat. Man, I want y'all to see this right here. Just rip it in half. That is tender. Right here's the bone. Look at this right here. Look at that. Meat just coming right off the bone. Another thing dog is going to be happy about. So there you go, guys. For the last 2 hours,
or excuse me, 4 hours, what I done is when I was 2 hours into it, I took the meat out, rotated them around, swapped them around, and rotated them around and turned them back upside down. That way it can kind of cook evenly. And you see all the juices flowing. But that's it. I mean, that's the way I do my barbecue. Now I'm going to take my rib splitter pig knife and I'm going to start chopping it up, and then tomorrow I'm ready to throw down. You guys have a good Easter. Remember, it's not about bunny rabbits and candies and Cadbury eggs and cats making noises like a chicken. It's about the resurrection of our Savior Christ Jesus and what he did for us on that cross. Talk to you guys later. One last thing, guys, I wanted to show you. Look at our smoke ring in the meat right there. So our smoke ring got down over a ½ an inch, so we did pretty good. Most time you want to see it around 1 inch or so. If we would have smoked a little bit longer, we would have got there, but that's about a 7/16 to a ½ an inch, so that worked out good.